What's up, everyone? Drew, aka Catching Rockets here. I hope y'all had a good day. I actually did not trade at all. I didn't look at the market. I didn't look at any charts. I didn't take a single trade. And I'll throw it out there. I've been finding it just so valuable to just take days off and relax and not feel like I have to trade every single day. And I'll share, we talk periodically on my channel about, the psychology of trading one trade a day for 6 months. Entering trades, accepting your risk, only letting your stop loss hit or your take profit hit. And when you do, when you actually trade like that, you'll feel a lot of satisfaction in yourself when you get to your profit target. Trading becomes less stressful when you get to that point, and I would say trading becomes less stressful when you feel this need to be up every single day, before the market opens, at your computer or whatever it is, sitting down and trading. And when you get to the point where you realize the market's always going to be there, there's always going to be opportunities, and I need a day off, and you just take a day off. That's when trading gets way easier, I would say. So still have a cough. Apologize for that. It is a lot better. And wow, it looks like we made a pretty good call out here. Break below, retest, short. Or I guess I didn't specifically say that, but hopefully you guys took this. This was the entry of the day. Or, if you're trading off of Trader Dale's, you might have got a better entry. If you're using the open drive, this was our entry. This was the open. We sold off, came back to it. This was our short here. It would have been red a little bit. But yeah, so I really just see 2, potentially 3 entries that I would have been interested in, maybe 4. So the first trade I would have been interested in is, again, the open drive, where, and I probably wouldn't have taken this because the open drive, you generally want, a bigger move, either up or down. And we didn't really get that. So I don't know that I would have been short here or in puts here. The next entry that I see is barely tapping my little zone here that I know is a big support level. And I probably would have just played it back up to the August value area low. I would like to be short on the retest here of the August value area low or in puts. And I probably would have closed right here. And this doesn't look like much, but these are, 5-point moves on SPY, which is becoming these massive moves on SPY are becoming so common. It doesn't look like much now in retrospect. We had talked about being in calls at the 2020. No, we didn't talk about that. I apologize. I thought this was the 2024 value area low. It's not. I probably would have shorted this or taken puts here again on the retest of my little box after we broke through here and came back and retested it. And I would have been in calls here on the retest of that. I might have tried calls here and I would have got stopped out. At least I'm guessing. And then also might have tried to short or grab puts here again, got stopped out. Yeah. But if I'm being realistic with myself, I'm never trading at 1 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern. So I wouldn't even be at my computer when this happened. Let's start erasing a little bit. And then just a heads up for everybody, I don't have any option setups for tomorrow. Like I said, I'm just barely looking at charts for the first time today, and I have work tonight, so I didn't have enough time to actually look because I was sleeping up until when I went live right now. And with that said, this is going to be a quicker video because I got to go hop in the shower and stuff. What am I doing? All right. Previous day value area high. So it looks like the volatility calmed down a little bit today. This is going to be a D-shaped volume profile. I mean, we're still, 25 points or 24 points on SPY is insane. But we were just trading sideways today, all in all. And, if we look at our profile on volume profile, this here is going to be a D shape, which just means that we're trading in a range, right? And generally when this happens, they're either, well, I mean, it's too early to say this is just one day of trading sideways, but when we get like multiple days of trading sideways, they're either building a position or selling, for a bigger move up or down. And then not a ton of information there. Let's look at SPY really quick on the larger time frame. I purposely did not look at ES there. I don't want to see what they're doing quite yet. I like to try to look at the charts, with without any kind of bias, and then that way it's easier to kind of assess what I think they're doing. And then I'll look at, what futures are doing at the current moment and see if it aligns with what I'm seeing, or things to that effect. So right now, volume-wise, I mean, it's still a massive volume day. But this is decreasing volume compared to the last 4 days. Let's see. You're making more fish jerky, chef. That's awesome. I saw a new recipe I want to try for jerky. I don't really know it off the top of my head, but they used Dr. Pepper and reduced it as like your sugars. Sorry, I'm looking up what kind of a candlestick this is on the daily. I'm sure most people here know this, but I'll be like the first person to acknowledge like my downfalls in every area in life, and one of them is I do not have candlestick patterns memorized. I do know some. I don't know all. I don't use candlestick patterns for trading, but I do like to use them for like our daily candles. Because they can provide a lot of information, but I'm not typically looking at candles, from candle to candle. It might just be a hammer. Yeah, David, it might just be a hammer. So, based on that, it's saying that this would be like a bullish reversal about 50% of the time, if that is a hammer candle. Okay. So, for me, like I'm always happy to learn more. If you get 1% better every day, you're going to do great in life. And, if I slowly learn candlestick patterns by figuring out what the daily candle is on SPY, that would be awesome. But yeah, I don't look at them when I'm day trading, from candle to candle. But I'm happy to pick up knowledge, here. So potentially a bearish reversal. But and we're like right at the 2024 POC, so yeah. And then we can also draw SIGs on the last 4 days, so let's do that really quick. First SIG at the bottom and single prints are basically exactly the same level. I'm going to make two separate lines, but if this was a chart I was trading off of, I would just combine them, just so that you guys know. So basically, for people that aren't familiar with SIGs, as we come to the further edge of our SIGs, like second SIG, third SIG, I'm generally always looking for a reversal. Like if we come down here, I would be looking for them to pop it back up. Same if we get up to the top here, I'd be looking for them to reverse it back down, especially when we have like a sample size that's more than like 2 days. And in this case, it's 4 days. It gives these even more weight. Let's check news for tomorrow, see if we got anything crazy going on. Oh, yeah. We have the core PPI month over month, PPI month over month before the market opens. After the market opens, they have the consumer sentiment and inflation expectations. This is going to be huge. So expect some crazy volatility half an hour after the market opens tomorrow. Those two news events could be enough to make us pop or also make us dump. But as a general rule, I'm going to be interested in puts here. I would also say make sure that you're not trading that news event. Watch for calls here. And then if you guys have questions, now would be a good time to hit it up. I'm going to be running out here pretty soon, so I can go hop in the shower and get ready for work. But I'll just throw out there right now, I'm not giving too much weight to actual technical analysis on the market. Everything's very, very news driven right now, like with tariffs and tariff pauses and all that stuff. I would say we need a sell-off. We need a correction on the market. And I think that's the eventual, overall direction that we're heading is down. But right now, news can kind of just send it anywhere. And again, based on our daily candle on SPY, this is looking like a 50% chance that this is like a bullish reversal. I guess the one thing I didn't do is I didn't see what they're doing on ES right now. Looks like we're selling off a little bit. Yeah, so they're selling a little bit here. And actually, this is a good spot for longs. unless we happen to lose this. But you could be long with a really tight stop loss. And there you go. Never mind. But you could have risked less than a point there, or like $1.25. But yeah, losing that right there was all she wrote. That's got to be one of the worst call-outs I've ever made in my life. I'm like, oh, this is a long, and then they lose 10 points in 5 seconds. Yeah, let's just... I'm going to edit this video and cut that part out. No, I'm joking. I would never do anything like that. You guys all know I'm always perfectly fine with being wrong when it comes to trading. That's part of trading. That's, we're trading probabilities. Trades are going to go against us. Kind of impossible to... or not kind of, it's impossible to always be right. And I'm guessing for that to happen, I don't know, it's kind of wild. I wouldn't be surprised to see a little bounce here, but it looks like we're going to be grinding this down. So right now we're, on 5 minutes at least, we're making lower lows, lower highs, so on and so forth. And I wouldn't be surprised to see them tap this, give a little pullback, and then go lower. But so yeah, we're already selling off a little bit on futures, so don't be surprised if we gap down tomorrow. But again, news right before the open, so they could pop it back up. Guys, don't be laughing at me, okay? That's not cool. If I use Kindle edition, I don't need to memorize them. I have no idea what you're talking about, Asuri, but I love you, bro. All right. Yeah, so still, my sentiment overall, I'm bearish. There is a possibility, that we grind up a little bit higher. I wouldn't be terribly, terribly surprised if we tapped the 2024 value area high before we sold off. I also wouldn't be surprised, if we basically lose 2024 POC here and then sell off again. And this is no longer a VPOC. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Let me just read through the chat really quick, and then I'm going to call it a night. And then I'll see you guys probably on Sunday. And hopefully Sunday we have some option setups, because it's been an entire week where I haven't shared any option trades. Today probably would have been a great day. If I had known that we traded sideways like this, I would have purposely woke up earlier and looked over some charts. But with the massive moves we've been getting lately, I just haven't even been looking, because it kind of invalidates Elliott waves. And that's the first thing I look at when I'm looking for option setups. Fausto, we are teaching, so if you want in, just DM me. I had said I was only going to leave it open for 24 hours, but then I always feel bad because there's so many people that are still messaging me. But just a heads up, it's a $100 one-time fee if you're not a member of Shorty's Discord. If you're a member of Shorty's Discord, it's free. So, yeah, sorry, I'm finally getting better. Oh, and Chef, I should share that recipe with you. I know you said you're making fish, but let me see if I can get it really quick. It sounded really good. It was like jalapenos and Dr. Pepper and what else?
From the
But just like Dr. Pepper, jalapenos, onion powder, garlic powder. That's the link to the video. Sounds super good. And she said, like, she used 2 jalapenos and it was like mild heat. Me personally, I'd probably just do like one jalapeno because I have kids and they wouldn't mind a tiny bit of spice, but I think if I made it mild, they would not like it. But, or I mean moderate, like what she was saying. Um, oh, and also, Chef, I just ordered. Um, I have a meat slicer, but like, I don't know, it was pretty budget. It would not slice like the bottom of the meat, and it was annoying the hell out of me. So I ordered a new one. Where is it? This. What are you doing? So annoying. So I just got this. So I can actually like slice, deli meat and cheese at home and also slice, stuff for jerky. So it's all consistent and the same size. Like I said, I had one, but it was just really budget. So thank you, Rel Rocks. YouTube is saying JPM's reporting before the open. So that'll be big as well. To chart the previous days, yes, on 30 minutes rents. And now I'm reading through everybody laughing about me being wrong on ES. I don't like you guys. We are not friends. Almighty Beardman's asking if I like using tick charts. No, I like my charts. Oh, is motivate me now? Is that what just happened? China said they'll fight to the end. I mean, I think I heard that earlier, but yeah, I'm wondering what happened that we got that quick selling candle. Azuri, so I'm doing, you've probably missed it, but I started on Tuesday, I think, Monday, Tuesday. I announced it Monday. I'm mentoring two of my friends, and basically, it should take right around 6 months. It might take longer because both of them are completely brand new, green. They've never taken a trade in their life, and I was thinking about it, and I'm like, hey, if I'm mentoring two friends, maybe I should just open up a Discord where anybody that's interested can watch me mentor them. So, like, basically learn through me teaching or through me mentoring two other people. And I was originally just going to do it for free. And then I thought about it and decided that I would rather have people that are really motivated. And a lot of people, I think, they'll find more value in things, or they'll be more, I don't know, accountable, more motivated, I guess, if there's some kind of a fee. And so I decided to just charge $100 one-time flat fee to basically watch me mentor my two friends for 6 months. And so basically, it would be, it would be close to watch, or it would be close to being mentored by me, like in person, kind of one-on-one. But we're doing like a voyeur group of people watching me mentor other people. And I figured that was a good, cheap, inexpensive way to do something that I would normally charge a hell of a lot more for. I'm not going to mention the price I would even consider mentoring somebody for, but it's like over 1,000 times what I'm charging to do it for. So, yeah. David Lee, close. I said if we lose the 2024 value area low, that our next target would be 380. Yeah. You're probably. I mean, I did give like a bunch of other levels between. I don't remember them because I'm really only interested in the 380 level. But you guys can see, like, these white lines are lines that I've kind of drawn that are just like major support resistance areas. And so, like, these are kind of my targets as we go down. I guess this one's off a little bit, but I would be looking right around here as kind of where we might start bouncing if we come down to this level. If we lose that, then something like this is on the board here. So, okay. All right, let me finish reading through the chat here. Hey, what's up, Lisa? Yeah, chef, that jalapeno glaze looks bomb, bro. Oh, Lisa, that's awesome. Congratulations. Really happy for you. Yeah, it's Mia Suri. Armin, I said it's free for Shorty's Discord members. Yeah. Yes, I said Voyeur Group Big P. Oh, that's awesome, Chef. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Yes, Armin, we did the second session last night. Keep your hands up. If you're interested, DM me and I'll send you the information. And I should add, just everything's being recorded. So I'll kind of just show really quickly. This is the group as of now. This is, you know, of course, I'm suggesting reading the books. This would be our first session. So it's recorded. And this would be our second session, which is recorded. And then just a picture of my fib retracements. But we're going to be doing these recordings about 2 to 4 times a week, I would say. They are going to be very late at night, but, you know, they are recorded, so you can just watch them whenever you're available. But really, my time is so limited that the only time I'm able to get together with my friends is like 10:30 at night Pacific Standard Time, which is 1:30 in the morning Eastern. And we're trying to keep it to about an hour to an hour and a half long for each session. And, you know, just bite off little chunks at a time. Motivate me now. I can't. I have to go. I have to get ready for work or I'm going to be late, bro. I can do like a quick peek at it and see if I see anything major. But again, like right now is not the time to be using technical analysis. So it looks like they want to come to right around here. And we can kind of verify this. There's a big bull flag right now, I mean. So if we do something like this, and look at that. The 272 level, which would be our first target from a bull flag, lines up exactly with what my indicators are saying. I'm not surprised at all. That's why I drew this. So basically, for me personally, if I was trading this, I would like to be in at the golden pocket right here. And then you're just looking, for them to break this. And you would take your profits right here. Okay? And also thank you for the donation. Oh, Gregory, I'm totally joking around about the ES thing. Again, I actually am happy that I was wrong in front of everybody, because this is the reality of trading, right? And, oh wait, I'm on the wrong. Sorry. Thought I was over here. You're dealing with real traders when they have literally no issue being wrong in front of people. When you see people that only share information after the fact and they're sharing like only win, they're full of crap. And like when we called out Silo, that scammer, he was like, oh, I have 100% win rate. And then the minute I did a video showing how it's completely impossible to have 100% win rate, suddenly the next day he didn't have 100% win rate. And I'm like, yeah, bro, like, you don't just cover up the fact that you are claiming 100% win rate, and then all of a sudden somebody does a video calling you a scammer, and all of a sudden you don't have 100% win rate. Again, I am totally good being wrong in front of people. I'm wrong in front of people all the time. I trade live in Shorty's Discord. I'm sure a lot of you know that. Yeah, I'm wrong every day doing it live. We might be right 4 times and wrong once, but I'm wrong every day. And until you learn to accept being wrong as a trader, you're never going to be good in this game. Or if you don't accept being wrong in trading, you're going to end up giving up. So you've got to, this is part of the game. You've got to learn how to roll with the punches. And if you took this, if you went in short here, you went in long here where I thought we were going to bounce, and they start selling off and they stop you out, and you're like, no, I was right. Like, they're going to bounce. And then you get back in again, and then they stop you out. And then here, you're like, man, okay, fine. You want to keep going lower? I'm going to go short here. And then they bounce and you get stopped out. And this is where people blow their accounts, right? Like, they keep trying to fight it. Or they're just so determined to be right that they stop using technical analysis and they just start, getting back in lower and lower. And then after they get stopped out a couple of times trying to go long, they'll switch to short because they're like, okay, fine, if we're just going to go down, then I'll join everybody and I'll be short. And then that's where they bounce, and then they get stopped out again. And then they're super frustrated, right? They're like, I was trying to go long the whole time, and then I try to go short, and then that's where they bounce, and then that's where people blow accounts, right? And so you don't want to be that person. When you're wrong, you got to be able to just completely brush it off, not let it affect your mood. And I would say if you're a new trader and you enter a trade and this happens, turn everything off, walk away, come back the next day. Without emotions. And when you come back the next day, you can't come back thinking, oh, I need to make back that loss from yesterday. If you're not new, your thought process can't be, on the next trade, oh, I need to make up that loss from yesterday, or I need to make up that loss that I just took. Whatever it is, you just keep trading your plan, and as long as you're using one risk to reward, you'll end up being profitable. I shared this with the group, the mentor group yesterday. And I'm going to do this really quick and then I'm going to take off. But this is my trading over the last 2 weeks. This is my trading over the last 2 weeks. I was really sick Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I didn't trade at all. Friday, I finally took a trade. Monday, I took 3 trades and only had a 33% win rate. So I had 2 losses, 1 win. And we're going to go more in depth in this in a second. Tuesday, 1 trade, pretty decent win. And then Wednesday, 3 trades, pretty decent win. I had 1 loss, 2 wins on this day. 1.7K for 3 days of work, right? And when I say days of work, they were like, I know one of the trades, I think this one was like a 20-second trade. Wouldn't exactly call it work. The work to get to this point is a lot, but now that I'm at this point, clicking the buttons is very easy and very quick. So basically, talking more realistically about Tuesday, this is what I preach, right? At least a minimum of 1 risk to reward. And if I can take like a $400 loss and then take a $500 loss and basically be down, like almost $900, and then take 1 trade that's green and I'm still net positive on the day. This is trading. This is where you want to be at. I wouldn't recommend taking 2 losses in a day and 1 win, but you need your winners to be way bigger than your losers so that you don't have to be like 70% or 80% accurate on your trades. You could be down as much as 34%, like in this case, 33.3% win rate, and I'm still net green on the day, right? And I showed this with the group just to really show everybody I practice what I preach. Like, I don't, it's not BS, right? I don't just talk about it. I actually live it, eat it, sleep it, do it. So, that's where you want to get to. All right, with that said, I need to go get in the shower. Of course, I'm like almost running late. Yeah. Keep your hands up. Just click my name and type your message where it says message. Yeah. All right, just finished reading through the chat. I don't see any other questions. So with that said, I'm going to take off. As always, a huge thanks to all the subscribers. Extra big thanks to the friends of the stream. And if you're new here, basically we go live Sunday through Thursday, and we'll cover SPY and figure out what we think it might do the next day. And then we'll also cover some option trades if I see anything that I like. Sorry, I can't type and talk at the same time. And then generally once or twice a month, we'll go over actual education on trading, teaching people how to trade. I know right now I have a bunch of DMs. I'm not going to be able to get to them until later. But so if you DM me, I'm not ignoring you. I will answer you when I have a minute later. Probably in about 2 hours, I'll get back to you. And if you're new, I would love a subscribe if you find the content valuable. There's one other thing I want to say. I think I just lost my train of thought, but it's going to be what it's going to be. Yeah, oh well, I forgot. It doesn't matter. So, with that said, much love and respect to everybody. If you shit, I don't know. Have a good day trading tomorrow. Everybody have a good weekend. And we will see you sometime Sunday. I'm sure Shorty will be going live Sunday. I don't know if he's planning on doing a class. He did one last weekend, so I'd kind of be surprised if he did. But I'm sure he'll do a market update on futures tomorrow. And then but yeah, we'll definitely either be live Saturday or Sunday. Go over what we expect to see for SPY on Monday. And we'll also see if we can't find some option setups. As long as Friday, like we're moving like we did today, we should be able to find something. If it's moving like this, I'm not going to find anything, and I probably just won't even bother to look. But we're in kind of wild times right now. Really, really expect to at least revisit the 480 level, the 2024 value area low. And if we lose that, then we're going much lower. All right. Much love, much respect to everybody. Peace out. We will see you either Saturday or Sunday. Bye.